Rivers on their journey to the sea travel from the source to the mouth. The river does three kinds of work. High in the mountains it cuts down, it then enters a valley stage where it swings from side to side, it cuts sideways, that's lateral erosion. The third stage is called the plain stage, and in this stage, on the plain itself, the river is flowing very, very slowly and material settles out through the water. This is deposition. We're now going to try and show you the three things linked together. We're going to link the stages into the kinds of work that a river is doing. High up in the mountains, we've got the river travelling very, very quickly down a very, very steep gradient, and then it gets less and less and less. I'll put a nice river mouth on there, bring it back, and that's going to be my river mouth. This is my source, and the river's going to run very quickly downhill and slowly, as the gradient gets less, the speed of the river gets less, and this determines the work that the river is doing. High up in the mountains, in stage one there, we actually have water travelling very, very quickly, cascading down little streams, little rivulets. It's cutting down vertically. So we have a zone of vertical erosion. The next stage, stage two, the river is swinging from side to side. It's now entered a valley. In the valley stage, what's actually happening is the river in these huge loops is gradually widening the valley, and eventually the mountains that flank it on either side are going to be removed. The Pennines will all be removed one day by the Swale, the Oare, the Nid, the Wharfe. And what will they do with all this material they've taken from the Pennines? They'll drop it in stage three. Deposition is occurring all the time. Huge loops are occurring in the rivers. The rivers are often changing their course in this zone as the channel becomes filled up with sediment. Now here's our river rushing very, very quickly down the mountain to be joined by another side stream called a tributary. As it wends its way towards the sea, it begins to form loops. The loops in the plain here get bigger. Where two streams join, that's a confluence. What you'll get next is a zone, and I'll tap it in round here, where all the water that falls as rain from that area ends up in this river. This is called a catchment area. This line here is a watershed. A watershed is very, very simple. It's a bit like the roof of your house. Water hits one side of the house, runs into one gutter, runs into the other gutter, down the other side. So, water from here is going to flow into this river. Any on this side of the mountain will flow into another catchment area. On its journey to the sea, as the gradient gets less, the river begins to swing more and more, and you'll get more and more deposition. This zone here will be a zone of frequent flooding. It's the last place you want to build your house because we describe it as a floodplain.